What's up, guys? Next up we got Techies, and this is the hero that went through one of the biggest changes ever in Dota history. The old Techies is gone, and your ult is now just your mines. And that's what it used to be. It used to be just a big bomb you can plant. It wouldn't get activated unless you pressed it, so nobody could really get it going. They could only destroy it if they devour it and stuff. But compared to this one, this activates when anybody's close, if it's heroes, if it's mobs. So it's a definitely big change to the ult, right? But there's a lot of new interesting spells to kind of compensate for that. And personally, of course, I like this version much more because I do not have to be on my toes all of the times. Uh, are there any, ults planted where I farm? Is there anything on the runes? Is there anything on any like choke points, like stairs going up, going down? I just don't have to worry so much about this. It sucks for the old techies players, I know, but let's see what the new one has, right? So spells, this is a sticky bomb, it just launches a bomb. You can launch this anywhere between the mobs, you don't have to care. As long as there's a hero close, it will just glow to that hero. It's like a homing missile for heroes. So if they're in the radius of this, it will always stick to the hero, you don't have to worry of missing this or just dumping it near the mobs, it will always stick to the hero. Second one is really interesting. So if I press this, if anybody attacks me, they get immediately disarmed. So they kind of get an attack per, right? And then they have to wait until disarm expires. But then also when this expires, I just have the... Let me just move this away. So yeah, without the scepter. So if I press this, you're gonna get electrified. Anybody attacking you get disarmed. But then also at the end, when this effect expires, it does a disarm in a big AoE as well. So nobody can attack me really now like this. Only one attack, they get disarmed. And then when this also explodes, everybody in the AoE also gets disarmed. So that's Trailblazer. Reactive Taser gets buffed with ult, but we'll say about that later on, right? So blast off stay the same. The good little jump where you do the nice AoE damage. It's not Dota 1, so you cannot kill yourself here. That way you will always survive with 1 HP even. You cannot just deny yourself. So you don't really have to care. However much health you have, if you cast this, you'll always survive it. So there's no problem with that. And then your mines, the other spell that didn't change, same as Blast Off. You just plant them and it works as your basic mine like before. Now, the closer they are to the mine, the more damage they'll take. You can see the circle. Just move so I don't kill them. I don't know why the invulnerability doesn't work. It doesn't work for some reason. So if I plant this, you can see the circle. The closer they are, the more damage. And for buildings, it's always 30% of the total damage, right? So reduction on that. That's pretty much it with the spell. Some items now for this build, they kind of really synergize really nicely with the whole team of techies, right? So I just left boots here because usually like getting Etherlands, and I would just get boots. You would just get energy booster. You would get arcane boots. You would play with arcane boots. Just kind of takes care of all your mana needs. You can also refresh for any allies on the lane, right? Then you get the Void Stone, you get the recipe, you disenchant the boots, you get a nice Etherlands, gives you extra cast range, gives you mana regeneration, all the stuff that you really need. And the nesting of it's just the items that kind of it's just the early way to help you with a lot of things, including mana. There's a lot of spells you can cast, as you can see that there's just 4 spells for you, right? So I kind of do this as a first one. You can also go 4 staff first if you want, but this kind of just gets you going in the right direction with everything. Now, second one can be 4 staff, but it can also be your Scepter Divinity. Now, what is the thing with Scepter? 4 staff is just the usual stuff. You can just escape. You can push out anybody that's being chased, save an ally. You can also do like jumps like this where it's like you're on the upside, you can just go there. They cannot really chase you, they have to circle around. So stuff like this, you can always use the 4 staff. The one advice that I also like is if somebody's facing you, if you're gonna close, if they turn towards you for a second, there's a couple of allies, you can always use 4 staff as kinda like a weaker Vengeful Spirit's ult. Of course, not even close as great, but that's also one way where you can use 4-step, right? Push them in, kill them quickly, and I'll be probably really confused as to what just happened. So that's 4-step, that's what 4-step does. I always get this sooner or later, but it's not really something that uh, that want to explain how it goes with the spells. 4-step is just 4-step in this case. Yule Scepter is something else with the spell. So also Ethereal. But let's see the Yule Scepter first. So this one, basic stuff with Yule Scepter. You can disable anybody getting away, chasing you. If you want to interrupt somebody's ult being channeled or any spells, let's say like Witch Doctor, Enigma, Pudge, Legion Commander, you can stop him with this. Troll Warlord, when he presses ult, you can call him off with this. Make him spend a lot of time for his ult. So the basic stuff of Yule Scepter, this also removes any, let's say you get silenced. When you press this and come down, silence is removed. Any debuffs like Silencer's Arcane Curse, Last Word, he can cast both of these on you. You just go up in this. Once you come down, everything is cleared. No debuffs, no damage taken, nothing. So just the basic stuff of the basic effects of this is always there. It's just a great item always for any support. Gets even better, right? Depending if you can disable somebody, if you can also block any stun. There's Red King, Chaos Knight, Vengeful Spirit casting stuns. They have like a slower flying stance. You can just go up and evade those. Ogre Magi's Ignite. You can just evade those. So the basic stuff of Yule is always there. Now with Techies, we can just kind of use it like a couple of heroes. Let's for example, like Lina does, like Void Spirit does. You can just prep one of your spells with this. So with Techies, you can just use it. Let's say I just don't have anything. Maybe it's just this and the mines. You can do stuff like this, and they got a pretty short time to react. You don't have to plant it so close to them, so they can be quickly reacted and destroyed. You can place it a bit further. You know, it's gonna deal slightly less damage, but they won't be able to immediately get there and get it. It's gonna explode. That is kind of like the half of the combo for this one. There's also Ethereal, there's also Minefield Sign. Minefield Sign kind of got the whole cooldown redone. Now it's only 60 seconds. So this pretty much makes your mines invulnerable. They can't destroy it. So if you got the sign of the cooldown, you can just do them like this. You can do the sign and then plant the mine, and now they can't really destroy it. They have to either to run, to stay. They can't hit it. The mine becomes invulnerable. That's kind of the thing with the Yule Scepter. Now it can be kind of difficult, as you can see, if you're alone. But if there's anybody else there to kind of control him with this, it can be great. Ethereal is the kind of like the stronger counterpart to this when we're talking combos, right? Ethereal just kind of stops them seriously from attacking and trying to get this. One thing with Yule Scepter is also you can do stuff like this. You can just lift them up and then immediately jump on them as they come down. Just secure a safe hit with this. And if you get the shard, they're just gonna enter another 1.75 of stun, right? So they're busy with this. They come down, you hit them with the damage, and if you got the shard, the blast off also does the like the stun that it just did. So way to like keep them busy, way to keep them occupied in a place. Once anybody else from your team arrives, if you wanna stop them from escaping, try to kill them, try to finish them off. That's also a way that you can use this. But yeah, the mines, it can be tricky with the mines, right? It just kind of depends. But usually they will kind of get confused, or you know, not always they're gonna go for it. They're probably gonna try and escape, still get hit by the damage. But yeah, that's kind of how you can use this with the mines, with the blast off. It's not perfect, but again, there's ways where you can make it work right better. Big one being Ethereal Blade. Now, Ethereal Blade is made from Kaya anyways. Kaya is always gonna be great. Extra mana, extra spell amplification, extra spell damage. So that's all great. It's made also out of Ghost Scepter. Ghost Scepter is the same effect as Ethereal Blade in terms of you just being unable to... If you cast on self, nobody can hit you in a melee way. If anybody's hitting your allies already, you can disable them. You can also cast it on your allied hero so they can get hit. If, let's say, this guy has Black in bar, maybe it's like a carry there instead of X. The basic stuff of Ethereal Blade. slowing somebody down that's trying to escape. There's a lot of slow. But yeah, the basic stuff. Now, the stuff with Techies that you can do with Ethereal. So this one is kind of, they may hit by the mine, they may not hit by the mine, depends. A lot of things happen. Still good. Works with the blast off. Ethereal Blade kind of guarantees that they won't be able to do anything about the mines. So if you hit them with Ethereal, usually the heroes that do this either like prep it for their spells, so you cast it so you can burst them with spells, or there's somebody in your team that can burst them with spells as well, or you're trying to disable them so they can't attack somebody. But in Techies' case, the primarily the reason is to stop them from destroying your proximity mine. So if I do this and immediately plant a mine, they can't really do anything, not even move out of the way, because they're so much slowed, right? He will have to press something like Black King Bar to really get out of there, and that's a win for you anyways, because they just wasted a big cooldown on a really important item, right? So that's pretty much how Ethereal Blade works. Amazing with proximity mines. It completely locks them out. They can't escape. They also can't attack it because they're disarmed, and that way your proximity mines always get to go off, right? Now, a lot of ways to open up on this. I think I'm gonna kill him. It just didn't want it. It just doesn't work. I don't know why. I gotta kill him. You can open up on a lot of ways. So if I want to open up with Blast Off, let's say he's here. I don't want to do any of these yet. I can cast Ethereal, immediately jump, plant the mine. So you can see he's still being in Ethereal form. There's enough time, just enough time for one mine at least to explode. If you feel like there's not enough time for that, you can also open up with the jump first, then Ethereal, and then plant the mine. He died, but you get the idea. He'll be disabled. Let's just do it again. Just keeps taking this level to max. I'm gonna keep dying. So open up with this. Like I said, that Ethereal quickly mine. He can't move. He's even silenced. Can't attack. You get hit by all those effects nicely, and you can see it does a lot of damage. It's a pretty big combo. But yeah, always try to get this first, because this just sets it up with 40% extra magic damage for this. So you also get bonus damage on this. But if you feel like you kind of slow, don't have enough time, you can open up with this. You're just losing the extra damage on this one then. If you open up with this, Ethereal and Mine, instead of Ethereal, Jump and Mine. So you kind of lose that damage. But it's not that huge deal, right? It's just something you practice. So that's kind of how this works in Techies' case. A lot of interesting stuff. 4-step is 4-step. Other lands you can upgrade into. What is this luck? You can upgrade into Octarian Core. Nice cooldowns on everything. Cooldowns on spells. Cooldowns on items. You can go for that. Scepter can also be pretty big. So Scepter just allows you all of this just to be cast on any ally, right? So I can just cast it on X. He gets all the same stuff. See, he gets disarmed, and then when it like explodes, does AoE, it disarms them again. So all the same stuff. It also does 300 damage. Forget about that. So 300 damage on top, plus all the same stuff from your taser, as usual. Hey man, leave him alone. He's gonna kill him. So Scepter does that. It can be pretty good. Let's say I just want to cast it on my carry, just send them in. They wanna try and hit them. They're gonna definitely get disarmed. They can be great. But yeah, extra stats as usual. Aeon Disc, you can get Aeon Disc. Aeon Disc is usually a couple of seconds for you to think about basically what your next move can be. If you can suddenly jump, you're not paying attention, or anything happens, suddenly got blinks or any jumps, tries to kill you quickly, you get a couple of seconds to really think, what do I want to do next? Can I escape with 4-step? Do I just disable them with Ethereal? Do I use Yule on them? Whatever it is, I kind of wait with this. There's like different types of support heroes where getting Aeon Disc earlier is much better. For Techies, it's not such a big deal, right? You can go for stuff like this and then kind of delay this But you can also use this as always as like a baiting tool to just put yourself out there. They're trying to jump you and kill you, and people a lot of times just get stubborn, and even once this effect pops off, they really want to leave you. They want to keep hitting you, keep wasting spells on you to stop you, to root you, to kill you anyways, to kill you off. They can't stand that somebody is gonna do the effect like that and escape. Like a small hero with not a lot of health like Techies, you're just gonna you just see red and you wanna chase and kill. So that's the other effects that this item can do to people. They just can't let it go. They wanna keep chasing until this expires and kill you. So also great way to buy a lot of time. But yeah, this is kind of it. There's a couple other choices, but I don't really think it goes that great as these do. This is really all just really nice benefits. I would just probably say either upgrade my other lens into this or stop with that and get maybe core instead of scepter or scepter instead of core. But this item does in late game does kind of become important as usual. Like I said, in late game 2.5 seconds is eternity. Considering how many things can happen, how fast everybody's buffed, everybody got like full 5 slots or 6 slots, maybe they even sold boots, got full inventories. This in late game is pretty big because 2.5 seconds is just a lot of time, right? So you can kind of rotate these however you want to go, but I would probably keep the Undisk and then see. Don't want to buff this to core, don't want to get scepter, but yeah. Combo with Yule, Scepter, combo with Ethereal Blade. That's pretty much it for Techies. I think that's how you kind of finish them off. This one being the best. This one being the best option, right? You can, if you play Techies, you can rush this pretty much. The combo is so good. You get all of your spells as well. The combo is just so good. You can just immediately rush this pretty much. If you want, maybe just get one small item. You can get Ether Lens. You can get 4 staff and then immediately try and rush to Ethereal Blade if you want. Just the combo is just that good, right? It's just time to do everything. I didn't plan this, but I can also get that one going. Press the taser, chase him, they want to attack me. Disarm them at all. So yeah, Ethereal Blade is the big combo. It makes your hero become something like one shot almost. You can do things that Void Spirit does, things that Morphling used to do. Pretty much, you can just jump in there on targets and destroy them. This is AoE. Shard is also added stun, 300 extra cast range, so all of the good stuff. And yeah, Techies is still amazing. There's nothing wrong with this hero. All of these are pretty great to use in any fights against anybody. All of it works. Items synergizes amazing with this, and yeah, that's pretty much it with Techies, right? Yeah, let's see the talent tree quickly. So first one, you can get mines cooldown, so these ones, or you can go for the magic resistance. I would just go magic resistance. It helps you with the spells that also damage you. Kind of like same with Pudge. If you play Pudge and you get Hood or Shroud with Pudge, but when you press the Rod, the magic resistance from those help reduce the damage. So it works with your spells as well. It's not gonna hit you so much with Blast Off. It's gonna make you very annoying anyways because they just give you pretty much a free Hood, and that still costs money. I would just always take magic resistance, right, no matter what. Second one, I would ignore this. We'll have something for mana. Really, it's not gonna be a problem. Blast off damage, it's an AoE. Shard is great also. I would just put 200 more into this, and it's gonna be great with Ethereal, right? Let's just like we did. Third one, probably I would take, not probably, definitely I would take Blast off cooldown. I think it's half. Let me just see. I think it's 30 to 15. Yeah, so 30 seconds, 15 seconds, big AoE plus stun plus silence. Keep forgetting silence. So there's AoE damage, there's silence, there's stun. I would just take this no matter what. And the last one, the 252 damage, I don't know why this is there. And then proximity mines activation delay. I would always take the activation delay because these just explode almost immediately. The delay by default here is 1 second, and this makes it 0.2. So if I take this, they're really gonna go up fast, right? It's just not gonna be like having to wait like a whole second and then the just going off much faster. It's gonna be like this mine is gonna explode. But yeah, 250 damage. Like I've seen builds where people played with something like a Bloodthorn, Moon Shards, even Assault. Uh, I've seen a couple of builds with this one, and it actually got pretty crazy. But uh, for me, I would just take Proximity Mines activation delay. I just think it works better. You know, they just activate faster, gives them less time to be able to react, destroy them. But yeah, also don't forget the Minefield Sign. Whenever there's any mines here, they cannot destroy them. They can just all they can do is just get away. This sign is gonna protect all of your mines from being destroyed. So just I'm not gonna explode fast. I can't. I can see target invulnerable. So you're pretty much set on everything. Just take nice buffs on everything. Take the cooldowns, take the damage, take the magic resistance, take nice AoE boost. Combo them all with Ethereal Blade. Do fun stuff with Yule Scepter. Techies is still really fun, just like in a much more active way. You don't just have to plan stuff and then sit in the back, you know, play the whole rat strategy. Now Techies becomes really active, really participates in fights. He can solo people, but not in a way where everybody was complaining. You know, I was just farming in the jungle and then 5 billion explosives just killed me, even though I had like 5,000 health and stuff. Uh, you actually have to do work now, and it's kind of much more satisfying when you're actually there in the fight, doing stuff, pressing things actively as the fight is developing, and casting these. You know, just kind of being there and not somebody who's always in the back planting stuff and then activating and you know all of that. So for me, I really like this version, and this version actually made me play him a couple of times. I never played Techies. I hated Techies since Dota 1, which was like 15 years ago that I played. Hated this hero with a passion forever because of those spells. This one I really like. I still don't like the ability to one shot. I never liked that. I never like when heroes can do stuff like that, but still, it actually makes you be there, use stuff as the fight is going on, and there's no more I'm gonna stay in the back and do sneaky stuff. You have to be there, actively participating, right, taking damage, doing stuff, and yeah, that's why I like this much more. And yeah, items are always everybody will play however they want. It's not set in stone, but just like I explained, you can do pretty nice stuff with this, and that's just kind of it. So this is gonna be a techies, guys. Let's not waste any more time. I think I wasted a lot of time already, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.